Every great fantasy world begins with a powerful political foundation. Political systems shape kingdoms, wars, alliances, and hidden betrayals in fantasy worlds. Imagine empires rising and falling through carefully designed governance structures. A strong system makes your fantasy world feel alive and believable. Start by defining the core authority ruling your fictional society. Decide whether monarchy, republic, or council governs your fantasy realm. Each structure must reflect the culture and history of your world. Political systems should influence every character's daily life decisions. Power distribution determines conflict intensity within your fantasy storyline. Noble houses often control wealth, influence, and military strength simultaneously. Magic users might form independent political factions within society. Religious institutions can rival kings in authority and public influence. Define laws clearly to maintain consistency throughout your fantasy universe. Laws should reflect moral values and historical struggles of civilizations. A believable system includes corruption hidden beneath official political order. Secret councils often manipulate rulers from behind luxurious royal thrones. Establish how leaders are chosen within your fantasy political system. Elections, inheritance, or conquest create very different narrative dynamics. Power struggles become more engaging when succession is uncertain. Create multiple governing bodies competing for dominance within your world. Balance is key between centralized authority and regional independence. Overly perfect systems feel unrealistic and reduce storytelling tension. Introduce economic systems that support political hierarchies and class divisions. Trade routes often influence political alliances between distant kingdoms. Wealth accumulation determines influence more than royal bloodlines sometimes. Military power often decides final outcomes in political disputes. Generals may become political figures controlling entire nations secretly. Diplomacy plays a critical role in preventing large-scale wars. Alliances shift frequently depending on resource availability and trust. Betrayals make political narratives more intense and emotionally gripping. Introduce espionage networks spying on rival kingdoms and factions. Information becomes a powerful weapon in political storytelling systems. Different regions may follow completely different political ideologies. Cultural diversity strengthens realism within your fantasy governance model. Each kingdom should have unique rules shaped by history. Ancient wars often define modern political boundaries and tensions. Religion may justify rulers' legitimacy or challenge their authority. Prophecies can influence political decisions and royal successions. Magical artifacts might hold political significance and control power. Councils of elders may secretly guide inexperienced rulers. Public opinion can destabilize even the strongest empires quickly. Revolutions often emerge from unfair taxation or oppression systems. Rebellion leaders may become future rulers in dramatic arcs. Political marriages strengthen alliances between rival kingdoms strategically. Family bloodlines often determine succession rights and privileges. Hidden heirs create unexpected conflict within royal families. Assassination attempts increase tension in unstable political environments. Guards and spies protect or undermine rulers depending on loyalty. Laws can be manipulated by powerful elites for personal gain. Judicial systems maintain order, but may be deeply corrupt. Markets and trade guilds influence political decisions subtly. Merchant alliances sometimes rival traditional noble power structures. Education systems shape future leaders and political thinkers. Propaganda controls public perception of rulers and governments. History rewriting becomes a tool for maintaining political dominance. Exiled leaders often return to reclaim lost thrones dramatically. Border disputes create constant tension between neighboring kingdoms. Resource scarcity drives many political conflicts in fantasy worlds. Peace treaties may hide deeper long-term strategic manipulation. Every political system must evolve as societies grow larger. Stability requires balancing power, justice, and economic strength. Weak systems collapse under internal corruption or external invasion. Strong systems adapt to crises and survive historical challenges. Your fantasy world becomes richer with layered political complexity. End of Part 1. Foundations now set for deeper intrigue. Behind every crown, many groups quietly influence decisions. Political systems grow richer when multiple factions participate actively. Factions may include nobles, merchants, scholars, and advisors. Each faction works toward its own interests within society. Differences between groups naturally create political tension. Alliances often shift depending on shared goals and needs. Power is usually distributed across several influential groups. Influence often matters more than official leadership titles. Some groups operate privately to guide decisions indirectly. Others work openly within structured political systems. Healthy debate strengthens governance and decision-making processes. Communication between factions helps maintain system stability. Information plays a key role in political outcomes. Miscommunication can lead to misunderstandings between groups. External kingdoms may support internal groups strategically. This adds complexity to governance and diplomacy. Trust remains an important part of political relationships. Advisors often come from diverse backgrounds and expertise. Leadership benefits from multiple perspectives and insights. Scholars may contribute knowledge to governance systems. Religious groups often guide cultural and moral direction. Their influence shapes traditions and public values. Merchant groups affect economic policies and trade. Economic strength increases political influence over time. Military groups focus on maintaining security and order. Their cooperation supports national stability and protection. Public movements can encourage policy improvements peacefully. Citizens may express concerns through organized discussions. Diplomacy helps maintain peace between competing interests. Negotiation prevents unnecessary escalation of disagreements. Historical events shape modern political structures significantly. Past agreements influence current governance systems. Cultural diversity strengthens political adaptability. Different traditions offer varied policy perspectives. Education systems prepare future leaders effectively. Learning improves governance and administrative decisions. Media influences public understanding of leadership. Accurate communication builds trust within society. Misleading information can create confusion among people. Transparency improves relationships between governing groups. Former leaders may still influence political thought. Their ideas spread across regions over time. Neighboring kingdoms observe political developments carefully. International relations connect different governance systems. Agreements promote cooperation between regions. Border areas reflect cultural and political blending. Local leaders manage regional responsibilities effectively. Central governments coordinate large-scale policies. Communication ensures smooth political operations. Miscommunication may create administrative challenges. Record-keeping supports fair and organized governance. Tax systems fund public infrastructure and services. Trade regulations maintain balanced economic relationships. Laws support consistency across different regions. Appeal systems allow review of decisions. Advisors assist leaders in policy planning. Councils discuss decisions before final approval. Hierarchies define clear roles in governance. Accountability improves institutional performance. Inspections help maintain system integrity. Public participation strengthens governance systems. Different systems prioritize various levels of control. Balance between structure and flexibility is important. Cooperation improves political stability overall. End of Part 2. Systems of influence are now clearer. Strong political systems are built on clear laws. Laws form the foundation of organized governance systems. Rules reflect the values of a society. Institutions help implement and maintain these laws. Courts interpret rules within structured frameworks. Judges contribute to fair decision-making processes. Regional differences may exist within legal systems. This creates diversity in governance approaches. Written frameworks define authority and responsibility. Some systems rely on traditional customs. Laws often evolve from older cultural practices. Over time, systems become more organized and formal. Bureaucracies manage administrative responsibilities efficiently. Officials oversee taxation and public services. Transparency helps maintain public confidence. Institutions require consistent oversight and structure. Some regulations remain internal within organizations. These rules guide internal decision-making processes. Law enforcement supports order within society. Guards and officials carry out legal duties. Institutions often work together for governance. Religious and civil systems may coexist. Differences are managed through structured dialogue. Education systems develop future administrators and leaders. Universities train skilled professionals in governance. Knowledge improves institutional effectiveness. Archives preserve historical records and laws. History influences modern decision-making systems. Institutions evolve based on societal needs. Reform improves governance over time. Resistance to change may slow progress. Public input can influence institutional development. Administrative divisions improve organization. Regions manage local governance independently. Local adaptation supports regional needs. Central coordination ensures unity. Communication keeps systems aligned. Poor coordination creates inefficiencies. Record systems ensure accuracy and fairness. Economic policies support national stability. Trade systems regulate exchange fairly. Standard rules improve cooperation. Judicial review maintains fairness. Advisors guide leadership decisions. Councils evaluate important policies. Hierarchical systems define authority levels. Supervision ensures accountability. Inspections maintain operational quality. Governance requires continuous monitoring. Public feedback improves systems. Laws adapt to societal changes. Flexibility ensures long-term stability. Institutions balance structure and adaptability. Reform strengthens governance systems. Cooperation ensures efficiency. Leadership influences institutional success. Communication supports coordination. Systems evolve continuously over time. Strong institutions support stability. Weak systems struggle with efficiency. Governance requires careful balance. Structure ensures reliability. Adaptation ensures survival. Institutions form the backbone of society. End of Part 3. Governance structure is now defined. Leadership transitions shape the future of every kingdom. Succession rules determine how leaders are chosen. Some systems follow hereditary leadership traditions. Others rely on councils or elections. Clear succession ensures political stability. Unclear rules may create internal disputes. Rival claims often require careful resolution. Noble families may influence leadership transitions. Diplomacy helps maintain peace during transitions. Negotiations resolve disagreements peacefully. Alliances shift based on leadership changes. External support may influence political outcomes. Political agreements stabilize leadership transitions. Communication reduces misunderstandings between groups. Advisors support leaders during transitions. Stability depends on organized decision-making. Public trust is important during changes. Leadership uncertainty can affect confidence. Military support helps maintain order. Organized systems prevent disruptions. Cooperation ensures smooth transitions. Economic stability supports governance continuity. Trade continues during leadership changes. Resource management becomes important in transitions. Strategic planning guides leadership decisions. Councils help manage transition processes. Clear rules reduce confusion. Historical precedents guide modern transitions. Peaceful transitions strengthen governance systems. Poor planning creates instability risks. Diplomatic envoys support communication efforts. International relations influence internal decisions. Agreements maintain long-term peace. Borders remain stable through cooperation. Past experiences guide future policies. Lessons improve governance systems. Stability depends on structured leadership. Public cooperation strengthens governments. Education helps prepare future leaders. Training improves governance quality. Communication ensures clarity in decisions. Trust builds stronger institutions. Shared goals unify political groups. Coordination reduces conflicts. Leadership requires responsibility and balance. Systems evolve through experience. Cooperation ensures stability. Adaptation improves governance. Balance maintains peace. Planning ensures success. Structure supports leadership continuity. Dialogue resolves challenges. Systems remain flexible. Stability depends on unity. Governance improves over time. Leadership transitions define progress. Organization ensures success. Communication builds trust. Cooperation sustains peace. Stability is a continuous process. Leadership shapes society's future. Strong systems endure change. Weak systems struggle with transition. Governance depends on balance and structure. End of Part 4. Leadership continuity ensures lasting stability. A believable fantasy world thrives on structured politics. Political systems must connect logically across all regions. Laws, institutions, and leaders should work together. Every decision must have meaningful consequences. Culture shapes how governance naturally develops. Geography influences political structure and trade. History explains present political relationships. Systems evolve based on societal needs. Balance ensures long-term stability. Overly simple systems feel unrealistic. Overly complex systems confuse readers. Effective design balances clarity and depth. Leaders face complex but realistic decisions. Public response shapes governance outcomes. Political systems must feel alive and dynamic. Change is constant in governance systems. Institutions adapt to new challenges. Cooperation improves political structures. Conflict creates narrative depth. Strategy drives political development. Factions add realism and diversity. Economic systems influence political decisions. Trade shapes international relationships. Education builds future leadership. Communication ensures system alignment. History influences political evolution. Stability requires adaptability. Structure supports long-term governance. Flexibility ensures survival. Leadership impacts entire systems. Public trust strengthens governance. Collaboration improves efficiency. Planning ensures stability. Systems evolve continuously. Balance defines success. Complexity must remain readable. Politics should affect all stories. Every character feels political impact. Decisions ripple across systems. Consequences create realism. Factions drive engagement. Alliances shape outcomes. Institutions maintain order. Laws guide society. Culture defines identity. Geography shapes politics. Economy drives influence. Stability depends on structure. Change ensures growth. Systems must remain consistent. Narrative depth increases immersion. Political design enhances storytelling. Realism improves engagement. Balance ensures clarity. Strong systems feel natural. World building connects all elements. Governance shapes history. Politics drives conflict and resolution. Structure supports imagination. Design creates believable worlds. Mastery comes from balance. Simplicity supports understanding. Depth supports realism. Political systems define fantasy worlds. End of Part 5. Your world-building system is now complete.